Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Light Lessons, where I share tips, insights, and ideas that kind of pop into my head that I want to get out on camera and share with anyone willing to watch. So today's insight kind of came after a whole few days. I'll kind of go into the story. So a few days ago, I'm kind of just commenting on people's Instagrams, as I do, trying to create more engagement and to try to get more followers, if I'm being honest, and increase brand awareness and exposure. And so I commented on a few people who live in Leesburg and Ashburn and Loudoun counties profiles. And one message back, it was this female that I've seen out in Ashburn, fairly attractive girl, I'd say. But she messaged back. Now, I'm going to say that I don't necessarily think that it was actually her. I feel like it was a troll. It was probably some dude that was creeping on her Instagram who maybe wanted to get her attention. I don't know who this guy was, but I sense it was a guy just trying to troll around and try to see like what I would do, and claim that it was her, because I kind of said like, let's chat on Instagram if you want to chat so much. And he or she or whoever didn't want to do it, which it's because it would out them if it was actually her, or if it wasn't her, it would totally out the person. Could be something else, but that's beside the point. It was something else that came to mind during the course of this whole messaging back and forth. So she initially messages me and sort of says, you know, hey, what's up? Saw you on Instagram, you commented, whatever. Basically just giving these one-word answers and one-word questions like, hey, how are you? What you doing? And not even like, what are you doing? Like the actual word spelled out, like WYD. Can't even write full sentences. And this goes on for a while. And for anyone that knows me, I am not, when it comes to women, appearance to me ranks very low on the scale of value. You know, I personally believe that if you are just the kind of woman, and the same goes for guys, of course, but I think guys aren't valued for their looks that much, so it's not exactly the same. But if you're a female and your sole value in life is the way you look or your body, to me, it's not of value. It's not of service to anyone, including yourself. And it's not something that I personally will go out of my way to chase or to pursue. And to be honest, I don't think that makes you date worthy by any means. I think if you're just hot, you're not really worth the time and effort, because why would you be? But she kept messaging, and eventually I kind of got frustrated because I appreciate conversation with people. I like talking to people and getting to know them. And this is all assuming that's actually her and not a troll. Eventually I was kind of like, you know, this conversation is going nowhere. I'm kind of done with this. This is kind of becoming a waste of my time. And it just made me think about men in general and how they kind of go out and pursue women. And I had a conversation with a few of my buddies a couple days ago. And I said, like, I think one of the issues now in society, especially with men and women in their 20s, I would imagine maybe in their late teens, like 18, 19, I can't say for sure, I'm not that young anymore, and probably in their 30s as well. I'm sure this problem kind of spreads throughout all age groups, but I think specifically for the 20-year-olds, the millennial demographic, one of the issues is that I think men excessively value women for what they look like. So you see that hot girl on Instagram, you like her. That is all she brings to the table. It's just appearance and attractiveness and hotness. But you go to converse with her, she has no brain. She can't hold down a conversation. She has nothing interesting to say. She has no ambitions, no goals. Her sole drive is to have fun, to be hot, and to get attention. And to me, that is the lowest form of value. That's just my personal opinion. But that's kind of something that came to mind. I think a lot of men kind of chase that. And I think a lot of men waste their time chasing that because there's no end game. There's no real goal for it. I think as a guy, she's pushing all kinds of subconscious buttons with the makeup and the big booty and the big tits and all that good stuff. And you think as a guy you're winning. I think you're losing on the other hand. Now, if she, of course, has more than that, that's fine. But if that's all she brings to the table, I think you're losing. And I kind of saw this in myself, where I would go out. Actually, a few months ago, I did a 2020 or going into 2020 video where I kind of talked about some of the mistakes I think I made back in 2019. And one of those huge mistakes that I realized just pulled me far away from most of my core goals was that I went out way too much. I went into the bars way too much. I was trying to get girls way too much. And in the moment, it seems fun. In the long run, if you have goals and ambitions, it's not worthy. It's not worthwhile. It's pointless. And you go out there, a lot of guys go out, they spend so much money on women, they buy drinks for them, they try to impress them. Some guys go out of their way to get drugs for girls. I've seen plenty of girls, especially 20-year-olds, who essentially just ask guys for drugs, and they're just like, hey, I want cocaine, I want weed, I want liquor. And guys are like, sure, I'll do it, because in their head they think, if I get her weed, drugs, liquor, she'll have sex with me. It's basically what it comes down to. And they don't do it. And I'm not saying that you should be buying drugs for people for sex. That should not be the exchange at all. What I am saying is that for all those guys out there that do that, they could have been using their time, money, and effort in just far more efficient areas. There's so much more they could have been doing instead of chasing these girls that really just want validation and attention. Of course, I'm not saying every single girl in the world wants validation and attention. What I am saying is that a lot of the girls that the men typically chase after the most are the types of girls that want validation and attention and do not care anything about the guy as an individual. Or, they could be literally, they have the saying, women are looking for Superman, but they turn down Clark Kent. And I think to some extent that's kind of true. A lot of guys I've met that have a lot that they bring to the table, and they essentially devalue themselves because they go after such low value women. So, and this is not a video meant to bash women or anything. My philosophy is that I think more women should not try to use their body as a means of value. I truly do. If you could choose between, I think I would love to live in a society where Kim Kardashian is not the most high esteemed celebrity when it comes to females. I'd rather it be the female engineer, the female doctor, the female that uses her brain and who actually brings true value to the table, true value that benefits everyone, instead of sexual value, which is someone like Kim Kardashian, which is what she and her entire family basically bring to the table. And so, someone watches this prayer, it's probably gonna hate on me or something. I don't really care, but it's just my belief. I would say this video, basically the overall message that I want to give is, if you're a guy, pick high quality women. Don't chase women just because they're hot or attractive. It's nothing. Especially nowadays, there's some men who wear makeup and they essentially look as good, if not better, than some of these women. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that to be honest and to be truthful. And it's interesting. And at the same time, for women, I would say this isn't to mansplain. I would say don't go out of your way to just try to get attention from other people, especially not men. If you're looking for a date, go look for men that actually have value, because a lot of men out there don't have that much value either. A lot of men aren't ambitious. They don't bring much to the table. They do nothing. So I'm going both ways. I'm attacking men and women and defending men and women at the same time. So yeah, if you're a female, go for high quality. If you're a guy, go for high quality. If you're a female, go for ambition, goals, talent, a track record of actually doing things. If you're a man, do go for the same thing. Don't chase the girl that just looks hot. Go for the girl that, she can be hot, but she needs to bring a lot more to the table than simply what she looks like or what her body is composed of, if that makes sense. If you like or dislike the video, let me know. Hit the like button or hit the dislike button. Probably one of the first people out there on YouTube who say, if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. I want to know. I'm curious to see other people's opinions. I always like having conversations with people and just seeing what their perspectives are. So, do that, comment, let me know what you think. See you in the next video. Peace out.